Let's start with something simple. A shimmer, a reflection, a flicker of light moving across a surface. Your eyes follow it almost automatically. It catches your attention, holds it for a moment, and then you realize it's nothing, just sunlight on metal or water on glass. Still, something inside you reacts. You like it. But why? Why do we as humans find shiny things so irresistibly attractive? Some scientists say it's instinct. Others say it's culture. The truth, as always, sits somewhere between biology and symbolism. Let's begin with the brain. The human visual system evolved to notice contrast, especially motion and reflection. Our ancestors lived in environments where light meant life. A shimmer on the horizon could mean water. A flash between the trees could mean food, movement, or danger. The eye is drawn to what changes. It's an ancient reflex, a survival feature that kept us alive long before it made us consumers. In 2014, researchers at the University of Houston conducted a series of experiments. They gave participants a choice between glossy and matte images. Some were photos, some were random shapes. Across age groups and cultures, people consistently preferred glossy surfaces. Even infants reached for shiny objects before dull ones. Why? Because the shine looks like water. The researchers concluded that our preference for glossy textures may be a hydration cue, a deep evolutionary memory that connects shininess with the presence of fresh water. Our ancestors didn't have bottled drinks or taps. They had to find water by sight. And reflections were nature's signature. So when you admire a diamond, or a polished car, or the shimmer of a phone screen, part of your brain isn't admiring status. It's remembering thirst. But the story doesn't stop there. Humans didn't just notice shine. We learned to create it. Firelight on stone tools, polished bones and beads. The first metals smelted until they gleamed. Anthropologists have found that nearly every ancient culture valued reflective materials. Gold, silver, copper, obsidian. Objects that captured light were treated as sacred, magical, powerful. To make something shine meant to give it life. That was the symbolic leap. What started as thirst became reverence. In cognitive science, this is called overgeneralization. When an instinct that once served one purpose expands into another domain. We began by loving shine because it promised water. We ended up loving shine because it promised wonder. There's also a neurological reason. Shiny surfaces trigger a tiny reward response in the brain. The ventral striatum, associated with pleasure and anticipation, lights up when we see luster. Marketing researchers have found that people rate shiny packaging as higher quality, even when the product inside is identical. Our brains, quite literally, equate gloss with good. Evolution gave us the instinct. Culture turned it into desire. Take jewelry. In many societies, the gleam of metal means wealth, fertility, divinity. It reflects sunlight the way power reflects attention. A crown isn't beautiful just because it's shiny. It's shiny because beauty and dominance share the same neural pathway for attraction. We associate light with importance, darkness with danger. That's not metaphor. That's millennia of conditioning. Even babies respond this way. In one study, 6-month-old infants preferred to lick glossy pictures over matte ones, as if testing whether the reflection meant moisture. It's automatic. The craving for shine appears before words, before culture, before judgment. And yet, we've built entire industries on it. Cosmetics use shimmer to mimic vitality, the way healthy skin glows. Car companies use metallic paints to make movement look faster. Technology brands polish every surface to signal innovation. We've industrialized the glint of sunlight. There's also a physics to our pleasure. When light hits a shiny surface, it creates specular reflection, a mirror-like bounce that sends light directly into our eyes. Matte surfaces scatter light. Shiny surfaces focus it. That direct reflection mimics the way eyes themselves reflect light. So when we see a shiny object, our brain unconsciously registers life, attention, awareness. It's subtle but powerful. A glint is a signal, something is looking back. But here's where it gets interesting. We like shiny things only when the context feels safe. A diamond sparkles beautifully in a calm room. But if something shiny darts toward you in a dark forest, it's terrifying. The meaning of shine changes with context. It can be lure or warning, hope or hazard. Evolutionary psychology calls this context-dependent salience. Our attraction to light is always moderated by threat perception. Shine, after all, is also the glint of teeth. As societies grew, we began to control shine to ration it. Royalty wore polished gold. Priests used reflective fabrics and jeweled icons. Common people wore earth tones and rough textures. So shine became hierarchy. To glow was to be rare. The shimmering became the sacred. Even today, status is reflected literally. Luxury cars, metallic phones, chrome watches. It's not just marketing. It's ancient instinct dressed in modern material. Neuroscientists studying visual attention bias note that shiny surfaces capture the gaze more quickly than dull ones. But they also hold it longer. The human eye makes subtle micro-movements called saccades. When light dances across a reflective surface, those saccades multiply, creating micro-rewards of novelty. In short, the brain enjoys watching things that move light. That's why fire mesmerizes us, why oceans calm us, why screens hypnotize us. The flicker is ancient language, the same one that told our ancestors where to drink, and now tells us what to desire. And yet there's a quiet irony. We love shine, but we also chase it endlessly. We polish, upgrade, chase the next gleam, never realizing we're reenacting a survival instinct in a world where survival is rarely the issue. The reflective world we've built. Phones, metals, mirrors. It's beautiful, but it also traps our attention. The same mechanisms that once guided our ancestors to life now guide our eyes to advertisements. Still, the fascination isn't fake. It's real, deeply human, a small, persistent reminder of where we came from. Because liking shiny things is not vanity. It's memory, a memory of the lakes that sustained us, of the sparks that kept us warm, of the first moments we saw our reflection and recognized ourselves as something separate, alive, aware, glinting in the light of a world that noticed back. So why do we like shiny stuff? Because light is life. Because reflection is recognition. Because somewhere in the back of your mind, a very old animal still believes that what gleams might save you. And maybe, in a way, it still does.